because Bernie and I worked together. We worked in the same HR office and we worked on the same team. We actually sat right next to each other.
And that's how, when I told you I didn't know him before then, when I finally met him is when he started work, because I was already at the job and then he
Yeah,
started working there.
I
And then I'm
came in
like,
there.
oh, you're Heath. So
Yeah.
that's how we met, because our mutual friends actually worked there too. And so then after he finally came there, I'm like, oh, that's Heath.
So, and she had heard about some of my
It
hormongering
was
ways.
all negative, everything I heard.
And
So
one of her
really
friends was,
I didn't really like him.
she was one of the people who knew
He was using.
well. So anyway, so I was like, okay, I need to have a list of people, have a list of criteria. And what eventually happened, I didn't know this is hindsight. I didn't know I was doing this at the time. But what eventually happened was I was like, there's certain people that made the list and there were certain people that didn't make the list. And I was stockpiling in my head, like the people who I would marry. And there was like 9 women that made the list, 8 women that made the list. And then eventually some got kicked off and then it dwindled down to to 6.
Are you going to talk about your announcement?
You could talk about that. Hold on,
Okay,
but let me.
I'm sorry.
But I said I want to be married by the time I'm 28. I don't know. I just said I want to be married by the time. I didn't want to be 28 and still single.
How old are you making all these lists?
I was 24.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You're still there.
24,
okay.
25, I think. So I was like, I want to be married by the time I'm 28. So that means I need to get married when I'm 27, which meant it was going to be the year 1997. So I want to be engaged for a year because I think that's a good amount of time for me to be engaged and to learn everything I need to learn in order to get married. So that means I need to be engaged by 96. And I like the month of fall, the fall months. That's my favorite month. So I want to be married in October. So October of 97 is when I want to get married, be engaged for a year. October of 96, I need to get engaged. And so I need to pick who I'm going to marry by September of 96, which will give me about a month to persuade that person to marry me. And then I'll go ahead and get married in a year later. And then I'll meet my goal. So that was what I was thinking at 24, 25. So that was my plan. So I was like, okay, you make the list. No, you don't make the list. You don't make the list. Oh, you actually, now you do make the list. And so that's kind of where I was with my list.
So like he said, we started working together. So it was a group of us at this job that hung out all the time.
Right.
And so he made this announcement to that group. And when I say hung out, we might go, what did we go out to eat? Did we go bowling?
Like the coworkers go after, go somewhere, go out after work or meet up on the weekends and go somewhere.
Right. It was a group of us that always kind of hung out. And then sometimes me and Heath might go like just friends though from that group and
because like other people couldn't go.
Right. And so it always ended up with us. And
I think we went out like twice, 2 or 3 times. I think twice I remember.
See Todd Hall speak one time.
Oh,
and then we went to like skating or something. Somebody else, we went ice skating, something that people couldn't come.
We went to the movies one time too.
I don't know. Other people couldn't come. So sometimes it just ended up with us. But anyway, I said that to say in that group at work, this plan that he just talked about, he told all of us like, about this plan. You didn't tell us about a list. You just told us about.
No, the list was private. I kept the list private. I didn't tell nobody about the list.
Right. He just told us all about this plan that he's going to get married next year or within a year or something.
It was. I don't know.
I don't know, but he said he's getting ready. He had a plan. He said he's going to get married. It was something where he had put a time on it, and we're all like, "You don't even have a girlfriend. What are you talking about?" And so he just was like, "Yeah, I'm going to have this plan. And I'm going to get married in a year or something or whatever." So he told all of that. So all of us that. So every now and then the months would go by, and we'd be like, "Hey, Heath, how's the plan coming?" And
Meanwhile, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm down. There was 9 people, now I'm down to 6.
And we don't know nothing about that. We just asked us, Heath, how's it going? Because he made an announcement about this plan. He's going to get married in a year or whatever, and he didn't even have a girlfriend. If you want to see another clip of this episode, click here. If you want to see the full episode, click here.